We have one mission at the program: develop better leaders and create more cohesive teams.
Let's go, man. It's a race.
Jessica, right there, that last piece right there is how your book changed my life. And it made me a better parent.
Okay. Tell me. I want to hear.
My son competes at Ultimate Obstacles. We live actually kind of close to each other. I'm in northeastern Connecticut. So
Okay.
he goes to a place called Ultimate Obstacles in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Okay.
I love it because the coaches there coach after what would appear like they read The Gift of Failure. Okay. That's the way they coach. Okay. Axel's flourished doing this. Now I go and watch, and invariably he's on some obstacle. First of all, what I've noticed in my time with him going, he's 9 now, he started when he was 5, is when I shut up, you talk about duct tape parenting in your book.
Yeah.
When I shut up
Yeah.
and don't say, hey, go try that obstacle. Hey, go try this obstacle. Hey, this is what you've got to do. He does much better. He enjoys it more. And because he enjoys it more, he does better at it. That's been a growth process for me. Okay. Number one. Number two, though. So now that he's at Ultimate Obstacles and he's been doing it for a while and he loves it, he's gotten good at it. Well, there's an obstacle and he gets to the top of it. He completes it. And then he says, hey, Daddy, videotape this. So I videotape it and he gets to the top and I show him the video. Then he does another obstacle and he says, hey, I want you to hey, Dad, videotape this. So I go to videotape it and he doesn't get it. I delete the video and I say, hey, try that again. I'll get a video of this one. And he doesn't get it. And I delete the video. After reading your book the other night, I thought, you're a bad dad. You talk about staying focused on the process, that's what matters, not the outcome. Okay, but what are you instilling in your son when you only save the videos that he gets to the end of the obstacle?
You're a coach. You know the value of watching your own performance and figuring out where things went wrong so you don't do it again next time.
I'm a bad dad. I mean, I'll tell you the stories about, oh, look at me. Look at this story I had with my son after the failed adoption. But I want to also be completely upfront and reading your book. And so the other night, Jessica, the one that he didn't make it, I said, hey, look at this video.
Yeah.
Let me highlight something to you. I'm equally, if not more proud of you for this one where you didn't make it. Axel, that's awesome because you are at your outer limit when you missed this piece of the obstacle. You're out there, like you see yourself when you miss it, you're physically done.
Yeah.
You're pushing yourself. Axel, I'm never going to delete another one of these videos again when you don't make it, because if you do this, Axel, the ones that you're going to get over it eventually. And boy, and I thought, you know what, boy, you badmouth parents all the time about, oh, how many goals did you score today? Yeah. Well, that's what you're basically doing here. And that's how your book changed me as a parent.
Well, next level for that is, and this is going to sound so helicoptery, but if you ever were to watch one of those videos for with your kid, if you're able to keep your mouth shut and say to your kid, you know, let's watch this video and ask the kid what they think they could do differently next time. I mean, that's really what is at the essence of a positive adaptive response to failure is, okay, here's the thing I just did. What worked and what didn't work. So let's say one of the things I said before is, you know, don't just love your kid based on their performance. So let's take it to not just climbing up an obstacle, but they bring home a test. Let's say they bring home 2 different tests, 2 different days. One is an A, one is an F. You bring home those 2 tests. Our response tends to be for the A, you freak out, you put it on the refrigerator, you call up grandma, you FaceTime with grandma. Okay. So, and then our response to the F is usually either silence or for me, it tends to be silence because I'm like, okay, how do I handle this? What do I do? What do I do? But we can actually respond, maybe not on an emotional level, but on a practical level to those 2 grades the same way. Because if our response to those 2 grades is, okay, so what did you do to get that grade? What are you going to do differently next time? What are you going to repeat next time? What went well? What didn't go well? Did you talk to your teacher to find out what you didn't do well and what you did do well? Oh, you say your friend got an A and you got an F. Well, what did your friend do that you didn't do? What did you do that your friend didn't do? Did you get enough sleep last night? Did you know that getting an extra hour of sleep is more valuable to memory retention than an extra hour of reviewing? You know, that kind of stuff that, you know, that whole, that's what you mentioned at the top of this when you introduced me, the Stinky and Dirty Show on Amazon. That's what that whole show is about, which is 2 machines who think sort of at a preschool level have to solve a problem. They come up with a completely absurd first solution to solving the problem. They try it, it fails miserably, but they say, okay, well, this part of what we did seems to have some promise, so let's keep that, but let's not do that other thing because that clearly didn't help. And then they move forward to the next iteration. So you talk about being really proud of yourself for keeping your mouth shut while things are going well, but it's keeping your mouth shut while things aren't going well and eliciting your child's opinion of what they could do differently next time. That is going to really hammer home that what I care about is the learning and what I care about is the process and less the product.
Yeah,
That's where that's where they start to believe us when we say, sweetie, I love you. And what I care most about here is the learning. Because if we're sticking that A up on the refrigerator and putting that F down the garbage disposal, then they're never going to believe us when we say what we care about most is the learning, because they're seeing that what we care about most is the letter at the top of the page.